So the last thing we did was adding with the same denominators. What do you think we're going to do today? Fly to the moon, yeah. Now remember when we did multiplying, I said that you can multiply anything, right? Doesn't matter what's on the top, what's on the bottom. You just multiply the tops together, you multiply the bottoms together. The problem is that a lot of people don't remember that it's different from adding. So when we are adding things, we can't just, this is wrong to go like this. A half plus a quarter equals 2 over 6. That's wrong. That's a load of rubbish. All right? We do not add across the tops and add across the bottoms. In order to add fractions, we have to have them with the equivalent denominator, the equal denominator. Because that's the parts. That tells us what part, how much we've made them, divided them up into. Sometimes, if you know that you have fractions really well, you can add without. So most of you would know what a half a pizza plus a quarter of a pizza is. If you think about it as pizzas, you've got a half a pizza and a quarter of a pizza makes altogether 3/4 of a pizza. So we know that, but that's because we're putting it in a place in our mind where we can see it and we know how to divide it up. It works because this one is 2/4. And once we've got it as 2/4, we can say 2/4 and another quarter is 3/4. But when we've got things that aren't quite the same, like this one, you can't automatically do that, even by thinking about it as pizzas, all right, because we don't know. So what we need to do is we need to create them, change both of these into something with the same denominator. Quite often, that denominator is, one of them stays the same. Right? So these two, I want to change them to have the same denominator, but we can see that if we just multiply 2 by 4, we get 8. We don't need to change 8 at all. So this one's going to become times 4 on the top and the bottom, keeping it the same, means that that one is 4 eighths and goes with 5 eighths. So that's quite easy, where we can multiply one to get the other. But we can't always do that. For example, if we've got this one down here, 1/3 and 2/5. We can't multiply 3 to get 5. All right, so therefore we've got to think, okay, what is the lowest number? So we're talking about that LCM. What did LCM stand for? Lowest common multiple. We're looking for the lowest number in the times table of 3 and 5. That is the same in the times table. So if we looked at a times table, we could have, for 3 it would go 3, 6, 9, and for 5 it would go 5, 10, 15, blah, blah, blah. Where is the first number that would be in both? Ollie?
15.
Okay, so 15 is the lowest common multiple of this. So it's the one we want to change them both into. Now to do that, we have to recognise what we multiplied each of them by. So this one was times by 5. So we need to times this one by 5. This one was multiplied by 3. So we need to times this one by 3. So on the top, we're going to get 3 times 1 is 5. And on the top here, we're going to get 2 times 3 is 6. So when we add these together, we just add the top numbers. We're going to get 11 over 15. All right? Sometimes it'll be the number that these two multiply together. Sometimes it will be a lot less than that. So we have to think about the lowest common multiple in order to not get ourselves in trouble. We also need to simplify if necessary. So can we simplify this? No, because 11 is a prime. All right, so whenever we have a prime number, we know that we can't simplify something. All right, so one more. What happens if we have 2 and 3 eighths plus 4 and 3 twelfths? All right, so this time we've got whole portions. We're going to add the whole portions together first. So we're going to get our 2 plus 4 as whole pizzas. So we've got 2 plus 4 pizzas, and then we've got these two that we're going to change. Now, what is the lowest common multiple between 8 and 12? Oops. Kalima.
24.
24. So it's not these two times together, which would be really big, 96 or something. It's actually just 24. We come across 24 first in their times table. So plus something over 24 and something over 24. All right, so we multiplied 3 by what to get 24? 8 by 3. So we're going to multiply 3 by 3. All right, 8 by 3, 3 by 3 is 9. Leah, please. And 12, what do we multiply that by to get 24? 2, yes. So 3 times 2 is 6. Right, so now we get to do the easy part. 2 plus 4 is 6. 9 plus 6 is 15. All right. Is there a number that goes into 15 and 24? Okay, mate? 3. So we want to divide now because we need to simplify. There isn't a big one, is there? No, 5 doesn't work. Okay. So we're going to now have 6. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 24 divided by 3 is 8 as our answer. Right, so there's a little bit more working when you've got mixed numbers and when you've got a number that goes past. Okay.